wise and enterprise. Socialize, dip and never die. Set the vibe and keep our eyes on the prize, y'all.
Stay on top of this, see if you can follow this. Drink and swallow this, heat from the hollow tips. Bounce, rock, skate with the quickness. Shake your hip to this, tell me if you're feeling this. If you are, let me know who you are. Turn it up real loud, let it be in your car. I'm the best by far, like my man Omar. Make a real loud noise, let me hear where you are.
If you act slick in this rap shit, get slapped quick. Match wits, words syllable the cracks like chapstick. Hot spit, your lyricals packed with content. You never will have none like an empty convent. This musical bomb threat, offset your defense. Ain't been another competitor better than we since. Some of you brothers sound like repetitive recess. We release the repressed stress, cause we blessed like
Linguistic, language liquid. Get lifted, love life and live it. We twisted, been shaped and shifted. We gifted, young black with lyrics. We thrive to keep the party live. We strive to be wise and enterprise. Socialize, dip and never die. Set the vibe and keep our eyes on the prize, y'all.
Reverse the rhetoric, y'all need a sedative. My style superlative, you're more murderous. You know you heard of this J5 sickness. Bump it when you lift it, put us on your wish list. We make it hot, sentences the dots. Period, we serious, boy, you know what we got. Shit, hot heat, these Eric Rico beats, they vibrate the streets. So please press repeat, 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 repeat.
Yo, my poeticness, fly nigga etiquette. Dress elegant, but never talking arrogant. We get together with our inner city relatives. With no embarrassment, I'll tell you where the party is. It gotta be a hot groove and a vibe. So throw your hands high for the groove J5. Variety and pedigree, old school melody. Bump what you telling me, you feeling it, then let it be.
Linguistic, language liquid. Get lifted, love life and live it. We twisted, been shaped and shifted. We gifted, young black with lyrics. We thrive to keep the party live. We strive to be wise and enterprise. Socialize, dip and never die. Set the vibe and keep our eyes on the prize, y'all. Linguistic, language liquid. Get lifted, love life and live it. We twisted, been shaped and shifted. We gifted, young black with lyrics. We thrive to keep the party live. We strive to be wise and enterprise. Socialize, dip and never die. Set the vibe and keep our eyes on the prize, y'all. Prize, y'all. Prize, y'all. Linguistic, language liquid. Get lifted, love life and live it. We twisted, been shaped and shifted. We gifted, young black with lyrics. We thrive to keep the
How is it now? I think I've been muted for the past 10 minutes. That's hilarious. It should be up now. I have this drone. I can't say the name, I don't think. I think I would get in trouble calling it the real name. But it's called a... I'm hearing a background music, but not you talking. You hear me now? Okay, cool. Yeah, so you see this drone in the top right for you guys? It's there's a name for it, but it's Switchblade 300 something, and then there's another part that I'm not going to say. But this drone, the way it works is, it's in a canister. It gets launched out of the canister, then the wings fling out, and then it flies. And it's not the type of drone that returns back home, if you know what I mean. I found the designs for it online, which apparently are not easy to find. And I kind of want to try it, so... I want to do a project where I 3D print a really big drone plane style thing, and I put a bunch of electronics on it, and we just try to like fly it without, like, make our own autopilot or something. So part of that is understanding how 3D printed planes work, and I'm gonna have to try one at least to see how it works. So I've got like maybe half of it printed. I'll get all the parts out, and we can work on them. It's a wing. It's a wing. It's pretty, even for this, which is a tiny drone, it's still pretty big. And the problem with this is your printing gets so thin that everything is really fragile. I think one crash and this is, half of this is falling apart, at least. Yeah. Some full piece wings. That's garbage. That's garbage. That looks good. Probably should make another box of like good prints and then one of bad prints. I think I'll do that because half of this is good and it looks like it's trash. What have you guys been up to? Building anything nice lately? The Discord's with so many new people lately, building all sorts of crazy projects. We have a guy, I think his name is John, or his Discord name is John, and he's building a 9-foot wide RC plane that's fully 3D printed. He's doing it in his house. It's absolutely massive for a 3D printed plane. But it's probably a good apply. We got our little winglets. Don't forget those. That's 2. We're missing a winglet. Where did we go? These 2. Nothing big. I'm planning to build a desktop companion. Well, like a Chat GPT, but physical version. I don't. Do you have an iPhone, Jasper? I don't understand why Siri is still so dumb. It's probably activated wherever my phone is. Where's my phone? I feel like Siri is super stupid. With all the Chat GPTs and Geminis and all this stuff, why is Siri so dumb? Why would you not upgrade it? Apple could kill if they had a LLM like operating on their voice stuff. Holy crap! This feels like the whole thing is about to break. Oh, it's starting to break. You don't have Apple? But whatever, I mean, Samsung and all the other ones have their versions. I think, Windows is Cortana. What's Samsung? I forget. It's been a long time since I owned one. Like a Pomodoro timer with the temperature sensors. Oh yeah, true, you were telling me about that last week. Oh, this one's broken. I have to redo it. Do you find Pomodoros work? I always set them and then I zone out and I work for longer than the timer. And then I get tired and I don't want to do it again. I feel like they don't work for me. This one's fucked. Okay, look at this. We got one wing, Google Assistant. That's what it is. Never used it properly, but I find they're really hard to use. Or really annoying. Maybe it's just me. Check this out. So we got 2 half wings here. Let me see how they link together. This is the stop. Wait, what? Oh, Pomodoro works if I need something boring. If not if I want to make something fun. Yeah, that's true. check that out. So these two are like half wings. I have the other halves here. I'm gonna have to glue them or find a way to like brace them. And then they go into the shell. Wait, what the hell? That thing is not deep enough. Okay, I'm probably missing a part here. Oh, I printed the wrong one, maybe? But the whole point is these wings will fold in. Everything will fold in and be springed. And then you shove it into... I'll probably get like a big PVC pipe, or maybe I can print something. And then once it's in there, all you need is a method to launch it out, and by the time you launch it out and the wings open, you can fly it. I feel like this would be a really cool project. Even if it just flies with like airspeed, or like gliding. But yeah. I think it's crazy that there's companies out there that charge like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for these type of drones, and most people can make them at home. Like, the designs is the only thing that you don't have. But like the printers that they use in the military are not like military grade crazy printers. Most of them just get like bamboo printers and that's it. They'll just do a contract with any print company and just get a whatever amount of their printers and send it across the US, or you know. So why not make one at home, just without anything dangerous? Just a hobby plane, let's call it. I'm not sure how to fuse these together though. If anybody has ideas. I know there's a chemical. I forgot what it is. There's a chemical you can use to like remelt plastics into each other. But I don't know if that's the move or if I just want to do some linkage. Because there's slits. Let's see if I can show you. This wing is like slotted. I don't think the camera will pick it up. Maybe. You see those lines running in the middle right there? They're like very tiny slots. Like you can't even see air through them, but they're enough that I could probably put some material in them and then get it to the other side of the wing like this. Should be able to do something. I don't think that's surviving a crash. I now understand why these are one-way planes. But yeah, so that will go into the swing like this. Yeah, I'll have to fuse it. Maybe I'll do like a material on top and then I'll epoxy it. Or I can run like metal fibers and melt them in. I really need to learn fusion360. I started using it. It's super overwhelming. I started like a couple days ago. I did my first print with one. It's a lot. What did you use before? I had an iPad software called Shaper 3D. But I started to get frustrated because I've been using it for 4 years now, and I find that a lot of the bugs haven't been solved, and a lot of features haven't been added. Like, it's not a competitor to Fusion. Like, you can't go and like 3D scan something and throw it into the software, you know? It's more of like a basic designing app at this point, but they charge, I think it's like $800 a year. So, if you can charge $800 a year, which is not far from Fusion price, and you're gonna be like 10% of the software, I can't. It's annoying. Like, I'd rather Fusion make an iPad app and pay $800 a year. But yeah, it's annoying. Hopefully with this AI stuff, somebody can make a crazy designing app. This one thing I saw, it's called, there's a couple of them, but one of them is called Meshi AI. I tried it, it's not so bad. You can take a picture of something, like multiple pictures of an item, and upload it to the software, and it'll make you a 3D model as close as it can to what the picture was. Like, it'll try to be dimensionally accurate and everything. Obviously, it's not going to be, but maybe by scale it will be. So I was thinking, like, let's say I take a can and I take a picture of it, and then I 3D print it, and we compare it and see how good can the AI replicate stuff from just a picture. Because that would be freaking crazy. If an AI can make something real off of pictures, that's a game changer. Because now you, let's say, someone who 3D prints but doesn't know how to design can just take a picture of something and get it designed. And 3D printing is getting easier and easier every day. Alright, we got 2 wings here. What I don't understand is this. Oh, wait. No. How does this work? I feel like I got the wings together. There's like a pin that goes inside of them, and now the wings slide. So they fold into the plane gets launched, and they come out. But there's no way to connect the wings to the plane. Oh, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Let's look at the pictures. Are my prints done? They're done. Give me a sec. I've used nothing before. Just started on Fusion360. Yeah, Fusion. It's honestly you're doing the smart move. It's gonna be a little bit more work now, but later on it's gonna pay off. I don't regret using Shaper. I just think if you actually want like a proper design, it's not the best app right now. But I'll say this: I bet even a professional designer that does it like for a living, if you put me and them in a room and you tell us to design something like if we have something in front of us and you tell us to turn this into design, I think I can beat them. Just because on the iPad it's so intuitive. It's like, I want a square. I'm gonna do square with the pen and click and pull, and you know, on the computer you gotta know all the key binds, and it's not as easy to take your computer around the room, so you gotta like walk back and forth. Like if there was a way for Fusion to make a basic design app on an iPad where you can take measurements and make your design in person, and then you can send it to your computer and then make it nice, that would be like game changer right there. I started making some storage containers to 3D print in Fusion, but I worked so long on nothing. Yeah. Have you seen what's it called? Gridfinity? There's 2. There's one called Gridfinity, and there's another one. It's like a guy who made a software where you tell it the dimensions of the boxes and it'll auto make them for you, and then you just 3D print it off that. It's like a generating software. Well, one thing that's nice about Fusion is you can make you could import and make things that you use commonly into projects, which on the iPad is so difficult to do. So like let's say every project you do, you use an Arduino Uno. You can go online and download like a scale model of a perfect scale model of an Arduino and import it into your project every time and have all the alignments set up already for you. Which is super nice. I've heard about it, it's awesome. I haven't tried it, but it does look pretty nice. Alright, we got our wings. I mean, it's not bad. I think I need to like... You see all the lines and everything? Like, look, I have like strings coming off. I think I'll have to do like a layer of a really light epoxy and just smooth this out with the sander to make these fly well. These grooves are gonna be really annoying in there. but that's not bad. We got wings. We got 2 big, which are split into 4 right here. That's tape. Get tape for these. 2 big right here. We got little flaps. What's this? Wait, what the hell? Do I have 3 big? I may have 3 big wings. Okay. I got 3 big wings. I got 2 halves of the little ones. I've got whatever this is, like some cover, or maybe undercarriage. This one's way too heavy. I need to find a way to hollow this out. Like this little one is heavier than the big one. Just because of infill. Yeah, that's way too heavy. Have to go to single wall for that. Okay, we got this, which connects to this. This is gonna be sick when it works. What printer do you use, Jasper? Oh no, I broke it already. I gotta find a way to print these better, because there's no way this is gonna be easy to take out. Maybe if I print these in like 2 halves and then glue them together. Artillery Sidewinder? I've never heard of that. Sounds almost like a military thing. Yeah, I never heard of Artillery Sidewinder. It's an older printer, but it works. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a setup thing. Older printers are just more headache to set up, but once you set them up, they're good. The new printers just do the setup for you like automatically, but when things go wrong, for me, they're a pain in the ass to deal with. Because you gotta figure out why it's like electronically changing things, whereas with the old printer you would just do it yourself. Like I have the oldest printer I have, it's called the Anycubic Chiron, whatever it is. It's a 2017 model, when 3D printing was just becoming like consumer product. And as much as I love that printer, it's a piece of junk. Especially comparing to the nicer printers of today. Like, it has a bug or an issue or whatever it is, where the printer doesn't remember the height you set. So and it won't let you set the height unless you're in printing mode. Like during a slice, while running G-code. Like I have to manually edit it before it starts printing. So the printer will heat up, it'll start moving, and then by the time it's moving to the first line laid, I have like a 20-second window to set the layer height. It's such a pain in the ass. And then you, like, sometimes you just forget. You click print and you go back to whatever you're doing, and then you turn around and the printer is just laying spaghetti for you. That printer is so bad. Yeah, that's not how it works. Yeah, like I broke this screen on the printer, so I modified it and put another screen on it, like a character display. And for some reason the memory doesn't work anymore, so now I gotta set layer height as it prints. It's like, but I'm 100% gonna make use of that printer. I'm gonna make it into a pancake printer. Like, and I was thinking about it last time we streamed. We were talking about this, like how complicated or how would you do it, making a printer print pancakes. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard, and you can make it relatively safe, like food safe. And I bet I can message someone I know who works in the event space, like for kid parties. And I could just be like, hey, if you guys want, take this printer and print for the kids some pancakes or some shit. I think that'd be a cool video. I tell the kids, like, find me a picture on the internet that you like and we'll print it for you. There's like one company that makes a 3D printer, pancake 3D printer, but they did a really bad job. And they made it into like a legit sellable product. It's called like PancakeBot, I think. You can look it up. It's pretty much a griddle with like an XY axis over it. PancakeBot, something like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to reprint this. I'm gonna not waste time with that. We got like at least half of the prints I did are good. These look okay. These sit like this, and then where is it? Give me a sec, I'm gonna just take this one out and then we'll go into Fusion and maybe we can figure it out together. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, but here's the complicated part about printing stuff in single color. Like, if you want a picture to have a lot of detail in single color, like let's say black or white, the best way to do it is to use grayscale, right? Which is what printers do. Like when you print a picture of you, it's not printing black or white. It's kind of printing like a mix. It's going between super white, like no ink, to super black, full ink, and then it's doing a gradient between the two. Now, how do you gradient pancake? Let's see if you can figure it out. It's not that complicated, but it's something that the pancake printers don't do very well. How do you gradient a single color liquid, which is pancake batter? Because you don't have a background with the pancake. Well, you do when you put it in a plate, but that's kind of all you have. Bake exactly. You bake the parts that you want darker earlier, and the parts that you want whiter sooner. But a lot of these pancake printers don't do that very well. They kind of just like lay one layer down and then go to another, and they don't actually like work in different color points. Also, it's really hard to do because pancake batter, like you put it and it moves, right? It spreads, unless it's super thick. But if it's super thick, you can't lay it easily, so you kind of fight between the two. Let me get a box. We're gonna put all this away. Oh, I forgot about all these. Yeah, let me get a box. Yeah, so the challenge is to bake the dark parts longer and doing it in a way where you can have multiple, like, pretty much we have to set up like a calibration or some sort of sequence. You know how printers, they'll do like flow tests and all these different calibrations? We have to do like a cook test calibration where, let's say we're printing, let's say we're baking a pancake, we have like 15 minutes to bake it. Or sorry, not bake it, grill it or whatever, pan fry it, sear it. So you have to like, let me see if I can draw this out. Okay. Let's see if our stream buttons work still. Nice. So let's say we have like our griddle, which is like this, right? I don't know why it's so low quality. What is this? Okay, whatever. Let's say this is our griddle, right? Then we have our X and Y and our pancake, let's say like a reservoir here. Then we have one printer arm like this. No, it wouldn't do it like that. Whatever. You get the idea. And let's say the printer head is here. And the liquid goes like that. So let's say, what I was thinking is, we have to kind of make a system where we can calibrate this and try to get it as accurate as we can. So if we do, let's say, we do 15 minutes cook time, and we split it up by minute. So every minute, it's going to lay a box like this, and it's going to do 15 boxes, and we're going to have, let's say, the first one will be 15 minutes of cook time, the second one will be 14 minutes, then 13 minutes, right? So then we can see our options of grayscale and what makes the most sense. Maybe the difference between 14 and 13 is not much. So we'll do like 15 minutes as one layer. We'll do, let's say, 12 minutes as another. You know? Let's say like we'll batch these together. And then by doing that, we can figure out how many like steps of gray we can have between black and white. So if we had black and white and we have this like gradient, maybe we can only do like, I don't know, 5 layers. Alright, and this would be 15 minutes of cooking, this would be 0. But we can't really do 0. And then we need to make an algorithm that lets you input a picture, upload it to the printer, or slice it, do all the work, upload it to the printer, and then actually print it at a pancake batter. It's a lot more work than it seems, but this is super doable. So we need like, let's say an RPi. 5 would be good already, yeah. But it'd be nice if you could get super accurate, then you could do like super high quality images. But that goes down to a couple things, which is, again, this is where it gets really annoying for me. You can do, let's say, thick pancake batter to thin, right? Thick to thin. How long will it take to print at this level, let's say? If it's super difficult to do it and it takes the printer forever, it's gonna mess with our color scale. You can start with 5 and calibrate later. Yeah, exactly. No, I'd probably start with the most basic, like do me a smiley face and that's it. And then just keep adding layers to the smiley face until it gets like a human face with hair and whatever. What's up, Owen? We're talking about turning an old 3D printer into a pancake 3D printer, but like an actually good one, not just like a draw a smiley face type, you know? Like we want like in detail, like how high quality can we get? Like let me show you. Let me get a window here. Like I said earlier, there's a company that does this one. Gotta go eat dinner. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, so look at this.
Hi, this is Miguel.
See how they do it, Jasper, before you head out? Look at this. This is a 2-layer. That's it. Maybe 3 if you want to consider the lines here. That's it. So what if we added like 6 or 7 different layers of colors? You know? Like this is so bad. Look how much they charge. It's 1,000. This has got to be USD, right? Yeah, this is so this is like, let's see, 1,080 USD to CAD. It's 1.5K Canadian. I can go right now. I can buy. It's called linear guide rails. I need about 1,000 millimeter. Look, $60. I can buy 3 of these. So let's say 150 bucks in those. I'll need stepper motors for printing, like these style. This is probably another 150 bucks. Yeah, so let's say here we're like 300 bucks. Like a basic microcontroller, some electronics, and then 3D printing to make the actual head that shoots out pancake batter. So let's say we could do it for 1/3 of the price. And probably make it way bigger. How big is the bed on this? It doesn't even say. That's cool. They could do multicolor. I didn't think of that. We didn't take that into account. But look at this dinosaur. This is trash. Bro, 1,500 bucks and I bring you this? Come on. The broccoli doesn't even look cooked. And then you just got bananas with candles in it. Come on, man. What kid wants this on their birthday? They want like, I don't know, what's a trendy thing that kids like these days? They want like a, I don't know, transformer pancake. You see, it's disgusting. Like, look at that. What if you bring that to your kid? Come on now. That just looks sad. Like, these are really bad. What's this one? This is so bad. It's like, this is kind of what I would go for. Now we're talking. Here we go. Like, if we could do a little bit better than this, I'd be happy. Bluey pancake. Yeah, actually, we could do that with blueberries. But I'm saying, like, if it could get detailed enough to do something, okay, this is really low quality, but something like this, it's like, okay, now we're talking, you know? And this is what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 layers of colors. We can definitely up that. Like, come on, man. Who wants this? This is garbage. Nah, man. We're gonna make this way better. And I think I could do it for like 1/4 of the price. What's a big griddle or whatever these things are called? Like hot plates? Is that what they're called? No. What are they called? Griddles? kind of. Griddle, electric griddle? Yeah, this stuff. Like, look, 50 bucks. What size is this? 20 by 11 inches? That's actually pretty big. Let me get my measuring tape here. 20, that's huge. But can we go bigger? What's your griddle 1 meter? I have to get like a wholesaling one. 28 inch. That's freaking big. The thing is, I need one that I can take apart and I can electronically control the hot plate. I need to be able to like turn on the heat, lower the heat, change it all electronically. So like when the printer starts printing, the bed heats up. While the bed is heating up, it prepares the batter, right? Let me see if there's a good method for like pancake gun. Pancake gun. Pancake dispenser. How do these work? These. Have you ever used this? So you pull it and it opens a hole at the bottom, is that it? Oh, that's fancy. That's gravity fed. I think to be able to control the flow of pancake, we need to make an electronic dispenser. But definitely it has to be gravity fed. I think siphoning pancake batter up and then down is going to be a really bad call. Also, it's like, we don't want the dispenser of the pancake to be here because it's way too much weight and it's going to slow down the whole moving system. So we need it to be on the side, but still up. And then it'll feed down into the machine. Okay. Is there really no better? It's a pancake dispenser 3D printed. Did someone make this before? It's gotta be like some sort of electronic injector system. Syringe extruder. That sounds... We need it like repeatable, easy to clean. What is that? What the hell? Oh, this pancake bot stuff? Oh, like look how thin it prints. That's not much. That's like 1/8 of an inch. Dude, that looks so bad. What is that? Look at that. There's gotta be a way to do this better. I guess if the print head is too low... Like, look. Like, this is the print head right here. There's a violin, yeah, but I mean, it looks like crap. Let's say that's the print head, and this is the griddle right here. Like, this is a big space right here. But if you put it too close, I'm sure it would squish it and like push it out, right? And you'd get like all messed up details. So you need a way to... This is tricky. How do you detail print pancakes? Like high detail. This is 100% bad, because look at this. Right here. Look what he did. Like, look at the top of that violin. Or whatever that is. Cello, I don't even know. Look at the top of it. It just like squirts it out and that's it. I want to see let's see the final piece. Before we talk shit. Dude, come on, bro. That's actual garbage. Let's see what this guy did. See, this would work. This would work, but there's a couple issues here. One is every time you make a pancake, you gotta reload a syringe into it, which just sounds really annoying. It's not bad. I don't think it would work. It's too big and bulky. I would almost need... Okay, this might be overkill. Let me think a thought here. I would almost need, like, if this was my printer here, or sorry, my griddle, and then we had like our arm, and then we had two tracks, right? And then this arm right here can go like up or down. I would almost need like up high somewhere a bucket with pancake batter, and that would feed down into like a small device nozzle. And then that way you can keep filling up the pancake batter up here, right? Into the big dispenser that goes down. Goes down, goes down, goes down. And then that feeds onto our pancake maker. What if every now and then it would go into the section on the printer, automatically reload the syringe? Yeah. I was thinking like that's not a bad idea, because then you could do multicolor, right? If you can build a reload machine or some sort of like syringe changing system, you could do multicolor, which that would be the moneymaker. Like that'd be pretty crazy. I think people would pay big money to have a printer, like their company thing or their kid's birthday or whatever, where you can print a colored pancake for them. Imagine a company, how the dumbest corporate companies would pay so much money to have their logo printed on a pancake so their employees can eat the logo. Like, that would be actually crazy, but I think we focus on detail first, and then after we come back and we do like syringe changing with multiple colors, because I think that's where I'm gonna get lost. But how do I get high quality? I think fine needle nozzle. The printer has to move fast. The printer has to be able to... Ooh. The printer has to be able to do a couple of things. This is actually... Okay, this is going to be fucking complicated. Holy shit. If this is our print bed, right? And we print, let's say, a circle. And we're right at the end of the circle right here now, right? We're right here. Now we want to move the head quick. But if we do that, it's going to splatter all over the place. So we have to make the nozzle kind of empty itself out somehow. Or what I could do is every time it's done printing, fling the head to the quickest corner or edge, right? So fling it this way, and then it would just kind of like splatter here. It's not much. It would be just a little bit that's stuck in the tip of the nozzle, right? Because everything else would be held by the suction from the top. But it would go there, it'd fling, it'd move here, and then go back in, and then boom. Like a wiping. I would need like a wiping sequence. Like my printers do that. They print. I'll show you. My printer, whatever it prints, and it needs to change colors or do something, I can put it in wipe mode, and there's like a pad here with like rubber kind of little bumps, and the head will go and actually just rub itself into the rubber bumps and clean itself, and then go back to printing. And it makes sure that none of those like little particles go back into the print and mess it up over time. This would be nuts if we can 3D print. Like if I can make something where anybody can send a picture to it. Let's say like you send a picture to the bot, and then it does all the work from there. It turns on the heat, the stove top. It picks the colors, it does all the slicing, everything, and then it just within 20 minutes. Like a poop bucket on a 3D printer, kind of, yes. It just like when I watched that video that we just saw. See, like I'll give you actually the best example right now. This is a I think unintentional, this is unintentional, this and that are unintentional. I don't think this is intentional. This doesn't look right. This looks right. These bumps are definitely not intentional. It's like all these things make it look shitty, right? Which I guess we can call the poop bucket. Or the poop that needs to go into a poop bucket. See, like in the arms, there's bumps here. It's like to be able to clean that up. The problem is like you're printing, right? You're pushing pancake batter, and then you're moving to your next step, and while you're moving there's a little bit stuck in the nozzle that's gonna fall out as you move. So I bet when it printed this, it was moving, it did like boom up here for some reason, and there's like a little garbage here and garbage here. Maybe it went like up and down. I don't know, honestly. But that's definitely something to clean up. Go watch a movie. Alright, dude. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna figure this out. Maybe something like this. Motorized solder paste dispenser. Some sort of reloadable syringe system. Like I can make a bunch of syringes, fill them with batter, and then just put the printer, and while it prints, just load it with a new syringe, pause it, unload, reload. Definitely doable. Let's put up some new prints. I think I did the mini ones for those. Now I need to do these. Look at that. This might work. Oh, it's just a tray. Oh, okay, it's just a display. Syringe pump. If I make it watery though, it's gonna be a let's see. They do 1 cup flour with another cup of 1 cup of milk, 1 egg. That's not bad. See, like, this is a problem. They're putting all their batter and weight at the top. Like, what are these little dots? And look at all the drip. Look at this. This should be way lower. That's why all this is falling off. And you gotta do everything manually. I guess you do have to have manual adjusters if you're making the batter yourself, because it's never gonna be consistent. It has air pressure? Was there like a little air pump that pushes air on the top and that's what pushes it out the bottom? Oh, look at that. A little check valve, and then it goes down here into probably a little air compressor. Oh, okay. There's no way this is worth $1,500 now. Where's the details? So they have the humps. Let's see something. Image to grayscale converter. Or we need like image to G code. Okay, that was it. There's not much on this. We'll have to make our own system from scratch. Let's see, this guy, he made a chocolate printer? Yeah, you see they're using a syringe. Okay, what, so he loads a piece of chocolate into it? There's literally just a log of chocolate into a, what is this, some metal rod. Probably some heating unit that melts it. But yeah, that's the kind of nozzles we need. Yeah, that's for sure a heating unit. There you go, yeah. 20 minutes to heat it up. Hell no, I'm not waiting that long. Okay, so this is printing chocolate, but it's a 3D. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad system, actually. This is where it gets complicated. The software to slice that. It works pretty good. I wonder how long it takes. It's not bad, actually. I wonder where you can buy this cocoa press. $1,500 for professional package. No, $1,500 for do it yourself. And professional at $5K? $2,000? $70 for the chocolate? What? It's chocolate. $70 for a little... What the hell? $135mm print volume. Dude, that's wild. Imagine paying $3,000 to print chocolate. And everything is already printed for you. That's wild. Just the parts is $350. That's if you want to do it yourself, and then this is the... Wow, that's wild. That's crazy. So it's a bottom fed cartridge that then goes into this, then you lock it in, and then syringe pushes it down. We can kind of do that. We can buy... Let's say like a let's say 300 ml syringe. We got 500 ml. Yeah, here. Let's say like you bought this. All you would need is to buy these and then just modify them to fit in some sort of like dispenser machine. Every time someone wants a pancake, you just open it up, put in a new one, close it up, make a pancake, and then remove it. Maybe we have to go with the 500 ml though. But you could do that, and then it dispenses pancake batter down this tube into another nozzle. I think that would be the move. I think that would be the move. Alright. Printers are going. I gotta do some fusion design today. Okay. I think for today we'll end an early stream. Kind of just want to update what we're working on. I do have Pocket GPS right here. It's in the works. It's going to be done in the next day or so. What this is this tiny little device in my hand. I'm going to try to make it even smaller if I can. This was just a test. This tiny device will be a pocket off-the-grid GPS. When I say off-the-grid, I mean no cell towers, nothing like that. Like you can go into a forest and find your way around without using traditional ways of connecting to navigation, whatever. And I'll build my own navigation system. It's going to have this little tiny screen here which has a button in it. There's actually 2 buttons on it, but whatever. And then that button will allow us to transfer modes or, find your way back home or set a new location, kind of just like a full I don't even know what to call it. I would say like a geolocator is what I would call it. We'd call it like a pocket geolocator. Set a spot, go do your thing, and then if you want to come back to that spot where you hid stuff, you would use this. This is kind of like how Bitcoin and crypto coins have like a secret wallet. This would be your secret wallet, but for your IRL stash. Maybe that could be the... Actually, I'm going to write that down. Let me see where it is. So yeah, click a button, it's going to tell you an arrow, and then as you move around the device, the arrow will always point towards the last location you set, which might be where you hid your treasure. And then using that, in this beautiful case I made, you'll be able to find your way back to your treasure or whatever you hid. It's got a little tiny GPS unit in it. It's got a compass. MPU compass, little baby battery, which should give it like 2.5 hours of runtime. Let's say 2 hours to be safe. A buck converter, and that's it. What is this? Those 4 devices plus the screen is gonna make a device where you never get lost. Essentially, as long as you can connect to a satellite, you're gonna find your way back to your home, which is awesome. No cell service, easy to charge. You know, if you had to use it in the middle of the forest, you probably can. So I guess that's it. We'll end early. Gonna get to it. Gonna build this thing, film the video, and edit it, and then post it this week.